Mazel Tov, good evening and welcome to Ben's virtual bar mitzvah. I hope everyone is well. This really is a very special and unique moment. Not quite the bar mitzvah, Ben, that you were expecting, but a wonderful simcha nevertheless. And I'd like to thank everyone who's worked so hard to make this possible. And now we're going to go live to the Kleinot house. So I hand over to Leanne, Jonathan and Ben for some introductions, and then Ben will lane Sheni and Shlishi for us. It's over to you.
Thank you to those of you who have joined us to watch my bar mitzvah portion. It's unfortunate that I can't do it in shul, but at least all my work was not for nothing. In fact, more people are watching now than would have otherwise. If you have not bothered to dress up this occasion, I hope you've at least changed out to your pajamas. I am really happy to be doing this, and thank you to everyone who has made this possible.
Welcome to our home. When we were planning this day almost 2 years ago, we could never have anticipated that Ben would be saying his Torah portion in our living room. Although I occasionally have to do public speaking, this is the most bizarre form of non-public public speaking I've ever done. We are so grateful to Borenwood and Elstree Shul, Rabbi Chapper, and Michael Cohen, Ben's awesome bar mitzvah teacher, and all involved for making this moment possible. We are so grateful to everybody that has contributed to making this all happen. There's so much that I want to say about Ben and the lead up to him being bar mitzvahed and starting his journey into adulthood. But for today, I'll keep it brief and save the long speeches for future celebrations. We're so grateful to have the opportunity to have this virtual bar mitzvah, but are saddened by the family who could not be here to join us. We are thrilled that my mom, Peekaboo, changed her flight to arrive earlier so that she could be in isolation with us, and she's doing the filming for today. Unfortunately, many other family members could not do the same. My wonderful father, Grandpa Mart and Carol, and proud Granny Rachel and Auntie Karen from South Africa, my Uncle Anki from Canada, and other family friends from around the world. We're so pleased that you can join us tonight, and we look forward to celebrating with you some more in the future. We are also sorry that my brother, Ivor, and Judy, Danny, and James could not join us from 2 blocks away. We were away from the window on one of your walks. And my brother Craig and Gina, David, Jesse, Jacob, Shayna, and Zach could not make it from Golders Green. We wish you could all be here to share this day and the amazing family Shabbat dinner that you also brilliantly organized, but unfortunately have to be postponed. We're also thinking of those people who are no longer with us. My brother David, who we miss every day, and have no doubt is with us in spirit. He's in our hearts and part of every celebration. We also deeply miss Grandpa Keith and my mom's late husband Fred. They would be so proud to be part of this and see the wonderful young man that you have become.
Benjamin, we're so proud of you for so many reasons that it's difficult to capture it all in this short précis and summary of speech. I know we said that we were not going to embarrass you, but we might have exaggerated that just a little bit. We're so proud of you for your intelligence, and your curiosity, and your inventiveness, and your kind heart. You teach us new things every single day, and this is particularly helpful during this current period of lockdown, fixing computers, printers, and generally being available on call to help with all things technical. You're a fabulous brother to Danielle, and the way that you've handled yourself in this pandemic, at times of ever-changing bar mitzvah plans, and obvious personal disappointment has been incredible. You've shown yourself to be a responsible, courageous, loving, and resilient young man. We love you so much, and we couldn't be prouder. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us today, to family, to friends, and to the community. We're feeling very privileged to be part of this community that's being so supportive, creative, and innovative. So thank you.
Now over to Ben.
To Ben, yeah.
Okay, I'll be laning Shani, the second portion of Vayikra, as well as Shlishi, the third portion of Vayikra, both of which I was meant to do in show. ואם מן העוף עולה קורבנו על אדוני והקריב מן הטובים או מן בני היונה את קורבנו והקריבו הכהן על המזבח ומלק את ראשו והקטף המזבח ונמצא דמו על כל המזבח והעשה את מלאכתו בנוסתה וישלח אותה אצל המזבח כתמה אל מקום הדשן, ושיסה אותו בכנפיו לא יבדל ויקטה אותו הכהן המזבח על העצים אשר על האש, עולה הוא אישה ויחנכו אדוני ונפש כי תקריב קורבן מנחה לאדוני סולת תהיה קורבנו ויצק עליה השמן ונתן עליה לבנה והביאה אל בני אהרון הכהנים וקמת משם מלוך ימסור מייסלתה ומשמנה על כל לבונתה והקטה הכהן את אזכרתה המזבח אישה ויחנכו אדוני והנותרת מן המנחה לאהרון ולבניו קודש קודשים מעשי אדוני וכי תקריב קורבן מנחה מערפת הנור סולת חלות מצות בלילות בשמן ורקיקי מצות נשיכים בשמן ואמנחה על המחבת קורבנך סולת בלולב בשמן מצה תהיה פתות אותה פתן ויצקת עליה שמן מנחה היא. And now she's third portion. ואמנחת מחשת קורבנך סולת בשמן תעשה הבאתה את המנחה אשר תעשה מן אשר יעשה לאלף אדוני והקריבה אל הכהן והגישה אל המזבח והרים הכהן מן המנחה את אזכרתה והקטה המזבח אישה ויחנכו אדוני והנותרת מן המנחה לאהרון ולבניו קודש קודשים מעשי אדוני כל המנחה אשר תקריבו לאדוני לא תעשה חמץ כי כל שאור וכל דבש לא תקריבו ממני אישה אדוני קורבן ושת תקריבו אותם אדוני ואל המזבח ויעלו לריח ניחוח וכל קורבן מנחתך במלח תמלח ולא תשבית מלח בבית הלך מעל מנחתך על כל קורבנך תקריב מלח ואם תקריב מנחת בכוון אדוני אביך קלוי באש גרס כמל תקריב את מנחת בקרבך ונתת עליה השמן ושמת עליה לבונה מנחה היא והקטה הכהן את אזכרתה מגסה ומשמנה על כל לבונתה אישה לאדוני.
Shekoyach Ben, that was fantastic, really, really well done. Now I'm delighted to invite your father Jonathan back in to make his bracha to release you from his responsibility for you.
Thank you. Baruch shetarani meyonsho shelzeh.
And in English?
Blessed is he who has released me from the responsibility of this child.
Good, now you look really happy. Lots of you and Leanne come in to give your bracha to Ben. So, Leanne.
May the Lord make his face shine and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace.
In Hebrew. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Yo'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yashem lecha shalom.
Amen. Amen. Mazel Tov to you. Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
Ah, look, we're all here. Ben, Mazel Tov to you on your bar mitzvah. Mazel Tov to your dear parents. Mazel Tov to you, Leanne, and to you, Jonathan, and to your grandparents in South Africa, to Rachel Kleinot, to Peekaboo Michelle Blyden, to Martin Cowan, and as we said, remembering Keith Kleinot and David Cowan and Fred. And Mazel Tov to your great uncle, to your aunts and uncles and cousins in South Africa, to your family and friends, and of course, not forgetting your sister Danielle and the dog. Ben, they all shep so much nachas from you today, and I hope you know how proud they are of you today and every day. Your laning was excellent. A real credit to your teacher, Michael Cohen, whose name appears a number of times in that portion, and also to your hard work. And for someone who normally trips over at least once a day, you even managed not to trip during your laning. Ben, you read about korbanos, the offerings that were brought to the temple. Now, sadly, we don't have a temple at present. And yet what you read is still relevant to you as you become bar mitzvah and to all of us as we approach Pesach. Because in 2 consecutive verses that you read about the korbanos, the Torah first lays down a number of prescriptions. It says, Lo se'aseh chometz ki chol se'or v'chol devar shelo saktirim mimenu. Neither chometz nor se'or, leaven, nor honey are to be added to the meal offering. And yet, in the very next verse, you read how the Torah says, Korban reishis takrivu oisam, that these very ingredients may be brought as bikurim, as the first fruit offerings. So the question is obvious. How can the very same substances be permitted for one type of offering, but be forbidden for another? Well, the Nesiv Shalom explains that as we know, the symbolism of chometz and honey is well established. Chometz represents pride and self-importance, and honey and its sweetness convey the notion of the tempting allure of human desires and lusts. And the Torah warns us to make every effort to eliminate these failings when we connect with God. But why then should there be any exception for the first fruit? Especially when the Torah tells us they simply won't provide any nachas ruach, any satisfying aroma to Hashem, as it were. And so if they won't please Hashem the way the other korbanos do, why does he ask us to bring them in the first place? Well, Torah's Yaakov Yosef, one of the first and most known disciples of the Baal Shem Tov, explains these prescriptions and their exception. He says, yes, we need to eliminate pride and lust. There's no question about that. However, the Korban Reishis, our first attempts to draw near to God, can still accommodate them. Because no one is expected to arrive at the perfect result straight away. We often need to first attempt an imperfect one. And that's the Korban Reishis. And Ben, you'll understand this, because it's the same as in computing, and how you so eloquently described it to me about writing code, where if you make one mistake, then you have to go through it painstakingly to find where you've missed out just one bracket. Because first attempts aren't always perfect. We make mistakes, but that's okay. What's key is that we make the effort and we go back and try again. But we must make that effort. Because if we want to bring nachas ruach to Hashem, if we want God to be proud of us, then we have to make the effort. And we have to keep going until we improve and until we eliminate the failings and the imperfections. Ben, so that every bracket is in place. Now, you've already proved that you have the ability. You may be quiet and humble, but you're a bright young man. I mean, who else by your age has already built their own 3D printer without instructions, noch? Or a remote control that turns off other people's TVs? I'm just glad you didn't turn this off. And so, Ben, I say to you, constantly strive to grow in your Jewish knowledge and your Jewish practice. because it's this that will bring nachas ruach to God. Throughout your life, always make the effort to draw closer to God, just as you manipulate software to make very complex things. Manipulate and develop your understanding of Judaism, so that you can grasp its deepest and most complex concepts, and that you develop them into the most meaningful of relationships with God. If you can do that, then you will certainly be a source of great nachas to your dear parents, your grandparents, your family, to this community, and ultimately to God Himself. Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Ben, it gives me great pleasure to make the special Misha Berach, a special blessing to you on the occasion of your bar mitzvah. Misha Berach Avosenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Yivarech es habacha haba mitzvah, David Binyamin ben Yonasan, Shemalu lo shlosh esrei shana v'ikil mitzvahs. V'ala la Torah la'aseis shevach v'hoda al kol ha'tova shegamalti itoy. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmerei v'yatzilei mikol tzar v'sukkah u'mikol nego machala v'yasem b'libo ya'avaso v'yirasoy v'la'asos r'sonu la'ovdo b'leivav shalem kol yamim v'nomar Amen. May He who blessed our fathers Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, may He bless you, Ben, now you've attained your 13th birthday and reached the age to perform mitzvot, and can be called to the Torah to give praise and thanks for all the good things that you have done for Him. May the Holy One, blessed be He, protect him and save him from all trouble and distress, every plague, virus and disease, and may He implant in his heart the desire to love and revere Him, and the desire to do His will with a perfect heart throughout his life. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Now, Jonathan, if you could just help me here, because I'd like to make a presentation to Ben. Firstly, his bar mitzvah certificate.
Thank you.
And also the book that you chose on the occasion of your bar mitzvah from BES community.
Thank you.
And perhaps we'll try also a Mazel Tov handshake, although we're not really allowed to, but we'll give it a virtual handshake. Here we go, Ben. Mazel Tov to you all. Well done, well done. Enjoy your day, and Mazel Tov to you all. Really wonderful simcha.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simon Tov.